testing out dangerous welders so you don't have to. Oh, there she blows. Now when I first saw this, I thought it was a drill, and this one was a crazy Men in Black type gun. But no, these are both welders. I would suggest not getting one of these. I will in a minute go over a couple options that are better and easier for those first time welders. Since I already bought these, let's go over what you actually get and how to weld with these. Before we talk about the handheld stick welder, let's talk about a traditional machine, whether it be big or small. They have very similar features and functions, really with all types of stick welders, in that you've got the power source going through, you've got an electro holder. This is what actually is the piece that holds the rod, which everybody's seen. This machine actually has the electro holder encompassed right up here with the whole box machine itself. We've got not just the electro holder, but we've also got the amperage control. Something different is this big old honkin' drill has a trigger button, which I don't know if they were trying to copy like a drill type feel. And lastly, they claim this is an all brass ground clamp. So does the handheld welder actually weld? Well, surprisingly, yes, it does. Now running this through the paces, I was able to get a 1/16 inch rod going on number 2 setting, and then bumping it up to 3 and 4 and 5, a 3/32. I was never able to strike an arc with an 1/8 inch rod. I am running at a 3/32 on max settings, and it trips my breaker halfway through a rod. And I don't think you can tell in the video, but I'm getting a couple little sparks out of the machine itself. I did hook up an amp meter and maxed out. I was pulling close to 90-95 amps. So from here on out, I am not running the machine on those max settings. Now a little tidbit about the handheld flux core welder. So traditional machines, which most of us have all seen, they're very basic in that we've got a box which provides that electricity, and we have a spool of wire, whether it be up here on top, which is fed through the machine and through this sheathing and out the MIG gun. All of this now we've got combined in both the dual handle action machine and where the wire actually is held up here. Now you might be thinking, I've seen some machines that are kind of similar to this. Those are actually called spool guns, and those are for aluminum. But the power to actually run that goes back through a machine itself. And just like with the other handheld, this throws out a not too bad of a weld. I'm not gonna lie, I was blown away that the Azzuno kept going without hitting any of those duty cycles. So I hooked up an amp meter, and I'm only pulling about 70-75 amps, nowhere near the 100 amps that they claim. So of course it's able to keep running without hitting those duty cycles. It does take a lot of getting used to, with that same awkwardness of holding, you know, the big 4+ pound weight up right next to your head, but it works. Warning, this product can expose you to blah, blah, blah. Oh, only in California. Don't need to worry about that one. Oh, electrical shock can kill you. Noted. Let's talk about how or why these machines are dangerous over a traditional machine. Well, first of all, we've got the same type of electronics that are used in traditional machines cramped in a little tiny space, and as mentioned about the duty cycles, how there's not big fans to dissipate that. What does that mean? Well, the circuitry is going to overload a lot quicker, creating either the transistors to pop or blow. They don't really explode, but they do create a loud pop. And I have firsthand witnessed these, which that was on a welder that was about 8 to 10 feet away from me, and it scared the crap out of me. Versus when you are holding these machines right next to your head, if one blows, it won't kill you, but you will be changing your pants for sure. So as with anything, use it at your own risk, unless you're in the state of California, and they probably won't even allow this machine. Now, even though I've told you not to pick up either of these, let me go over why you would want to pick up one over the other. Now, typically, I would love stick machines. They're very simple. You throw a rod in, and you're golden. Now, this machine itself as you saw, we had some issues with running up at the full amperage and, you know, some of the sparks coming out from the places. I didn't have that issue running less amperage through it. Versus the flip side, the flux core welder, there's a lot more moving parts, the setup takes a bit longer, and I was fatigued a lot quicker running this, especially with a full spool up there, versus the stick machine. And at the 75 amps, this handle was actually getting pretty hot. So if this could do the full 100 amps, which it claims, probably would have issues. It's gonna come down to a personal preference. Now, just when you thought I wasn't gonna go do anything stupid again, and here we are, I picked up another different type of handheld welder solely for the purpose of this little tiny contraption thing, connection. It's an adapter. This guy's got 2 DINS connections to where we can take off the stick adapter and add DINS connections with a manual TIG torch, hook that up, and just like that, we're TIG welding. Both the stick welders say they can use up to an 1/8 inch rod. Yes, an 1/8 inch rod fits in there, but I couldn't get anything to strike with one. 3/32 was the max for both of these. And check out those pictures. I mean, look at the clean weld, the smooth arc. Well, I can guarantee you that none of these welders did those welds. Yes, you will need to be working out with these if you want to weld for a longer period of time. Just imagine, you're holding this up here right next to your head in a very awkward position. So would I pick up this? No. I would get the Titanium 125 or Art Captain and Yes Welder. They both have flux core only little machines, right around $100. Learn on one of these and get one of these just for the heck of it, because it's a crazy, funky Men in Black looking gun.